You cannot afford to build a business which is very transactional in today's day and age. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the 11 concepts on how you can build loyal communities, a loyal set of customers who will be your customers for life. Because if you want to differentiate yourself from the rest of the crowd who are just doing a transactional business, you have to implement these 11 concepts. Transactional businesses used to work in the past, but the future is all about communities, it's all about commitment, and it's all about helping people get results and hand-holding them and taking it to the finish line by implementing systems. So stay till the end of this video, take your notepads, pens and papers, and let's dive into the 11 concepts on how you can build amazing, loyal, lifelong customers and communities. Let's get in.
Give it up for Siddharth Rajshekar!
Hey there, Siddharth Rajshekar here. Welcome to this particular video, and this is a topic that's very, very close to my heart because for me, I never look at business as business. For me, business is a mission, and my mission is connected to helping people. And for me, it is never transactional. It is all about lifelong commitment with my customers, and it's about building communities that can support and serve each other. So what I would like you to do is I want you to take your notepads, pens and papers, and I want you to note down these 11 concepts that has actually helped me build a community of over 8,500 people right now. And the beauty is the kind of interactions that are happening between my community members have taken the entire game to a whole different level. So I don't have to be physically there every single time for my community members. We have other members helping each other, and that kind of a dynamic has been created very strategically. So please watch this video till the end, and this will be one of the most important videos for you to understand how this works. Okay. So the first thing is you need to find a big problem to solve. If you want to build loyal communities, the first concept is find out what is the big problem that you want to solve, because it's not about how much knowledge you have, it's not about how much information you want to give, it's about what problem you want to solve for that particular target group. So whether you want to solve a money problem or a health problem or a personal development problem or a business problem or a career problem or a creativity problem, there are like 6 to 7 niches, macro niches that I actually talk about inside my community, and those are the only 6 problems. So once you know what is the problem that you're solving, based on that, the people who are able to resonate, who are looking for a solution to that problem will start coming towards you, and that is the starting point to building your community. Okay. Next is your vibe attracts your tribe. How you are is how your tribe is going to be. In other words, your customers are going to become a mirror of you. So if you are not working on yourself, if you are trying to play the shortcut game, if you want to if you are thinking about getting rich quick, you're going to attract the similar kind of people inside your community. If you're somebody who's always complaining about things, you'll get more complainers in your community. If you're somebody who's, just looking for discounts, you'll get other people in the community who are just like you. So don't ask me how it works, but I've noticed that every single person in my community, they are in some way or form a reflection of who I am as a person. And the more and more I'm working on myself, I can also see the quality of my community is also improving because I'm constantly improving myself. And I've seen this journey in the last 25 months. And that's why many people ask me this question, Sid, there are so many people in the training and coaching industry. Will this get saturated? And my answer is it will never get saturated because every person is different. People buy from people, and everybody has a different aura. Everybody has a different sense of energy, and their vibe will attract their tribe. Even if there are 1 million people in the same niche, each one will have their own different set of customer base because each one is different, unique as a person. Okay. So if you want to attract the right community, the second concept is you need to work on yourself and your vibe will attract your tribe. The third one is if you want to build loyal communities, you have to commit to getting them results. It is not just about showcasing your results. It is about helping them get their results. That's why if you see on my YouTube channel, I've got like hundreds of case studies in my Hall of Fame. And see, Hall of Fame is 3 lakh rupees per month and above. Anyone has achieved. I got hundreds of interviews. But I'm also looking at the smaller breakthroughs. People who have had, transformations in their personal life. People who have had transformations in their health. People who have had personal transformations in their personal productivity. All of these also make a big difference. It is not just money, which is a byproduct. So when you're able to help your students get results, and when your commitment is to helping them get those results in the fastest and in the shortest way, with the path of least resistance, you'll build loyal communities. Nobody cares about your knowledge. People only care about how your knowledge can help them get the result faster than they can ever imagine. Okay, so that's the third point. The fourth concept to building loyal communities, you have to design solution-focused programs. It's again connected to the previous point, but here it's more about designing the curriculums and designing the programs that is engineered towards helping them reach that goal fast. So when I say programs, I'm going to give you 4 C's: courses, coaching, consulting, collaborations. I have like a 4C model that I cover inside my webinar. In fact, if you want to be a part of my next live webinar, I would highly recommend that you go to sids.co/freedom, register for my next live session where I'm going to go deep to teaching you how to really structure this in the form of the 4C model. Okay. So when you are actually designing programs, you got to design it in a solution focused approach. And I have a 6-step methodology that I cover inside my curriculum design blueprint. And the whole psychology is like this. If somebody has to lose weight and they're right now actually suffering from obesity, what are the 6 steps that they should take to achieve that goal? And that's how I make people think about engineering a curriculum. Most people, when they're designing curriculums for the online space, whether it be a course model or a coaching model, or even if it's going to be an online program based model where they're doing like an online seminar or whatever, the whole approach should be re-engineered from just in how much more information you can give them to how you can make it more simple and give them steps to achieve that goal. Then there's a higher success ratio that you can achieve for your students. So if you want to build loyal communities, again, you got to design solution focused programs. Number 5 is a big one. You have to be humble and courteous. You cannot think that you are you're the the king of this world, and you are like the superstar, or there's no end to yourself. Because people can sense arrogance. People can sense any kind of high self-esteem. See, self-esteem is good. It's good to have high self-esteem, but people can sense the energy of somebody trying to show that they are superior. If you have a superiority complex, people will feel that energy and they may admire you for who you are, but they will not want to be a part of your community. Okay. See, with community building, it requires a different sense of energy. You cannot judge people. I'll tell you that again. If you judge somebody, then it is going to directly impact you in being able to keep people together. Because when you are judgmental as a person, they are also going to be judging you, and that's not going to allow you to keep people together. It will be a very transactional business. It will seem like you've got some great knowledge, but it will be still transactional. There won't really be, it won't create a stickiness where people want to keep coming back and being a part of a bigger community. Like in my community, I have so many people right now, and many of them are taking the initiative. They are coming forward and they want to do things on their own. I just have to say yes for everything. And many of them they understand the code of honor. We have a code of honor. We have a community guidelines. And the beauty is we have facilitators who are stepping forward where they want to serve. The actual litmus test for a healthy community is where the members of the community are coming forward on their own and they want to take initiative to give back to the community. That is the litmus test. And the only way the only way that will ever happen in a community is when you're humble and when you're courteous, when you're non-judgmental, and when you don't have that superiority complex thinking that you're great. Because none of us are great. Whatever you are, I'll tell you, whoever I am is because of my mentors. I always acknowledge that. Okay. I'm just a mere channel, and I'm just like a postman delivering a message to you. That's it. Giving my own flavor and my twist. And if you just have that mindset and that attitude, that is what creates communities. I hope this was a big one. All of you just type bulb on in the comment box if your bulb went on right now. You got to be humble and courteous. Okay. No superiority complex. Number 6 is you got to be transparent with your customers. You got to be open and transparent with them and talk about what decisions that you're going to be making. And sometimes even your customers will give you feedback, and that's important. That's the next point which I'm coming to, is when you're open, when you're honest, when you're transparent, and when you have nothing to hide, that actually creates trust. It creates the likability, and it creates that bonding in the community. Number 7 is you got to run polls and surveys regularly. This is what I do in my community every 2 months, every 3 months, especially with my leadership council, with my diamond members. I run a poll and I ask them, what exactly is stopping you? What is the challenge you're facing right now? How can I help you? In fact, this is what I learned from my mentor. He says there are 5 most important words in business. How can I help you? If that is always in the forefront on your business, and when you start running polls and asking the questions, your community will guide you on what decision that you make. Now, for me, every single decision that I make right now is based on what my community needs. So I'm not just delivering and I'm not just selling products. I'm not just selling a service. I'm not selling anything like that. All I'm doing is I'm asking what my market wants, and then I do my research. If I have the answers to it, I'll do my research. If I don't have answers to it, I do my research. If I have the answers to it, I put it together and I give it back to them in the most effective way, after doing a lot of testing myself. Okay. So number 8, the 8th concept to improve that loyalty in your communities is to take feedback from committed customers. Sometimes new customers may give feedback. Yes, you can take that opinion, and that's why I take feedback from my diamond members, because they have committed to. They are more committed members in my community. They have invested more money into my programs, and many of them are action takers. So those who are action takers, they know what they're going through, and I like to take feedback from them. In fact, many of my diamond members, my leadership council members, they messaged me also, said, I think you got to do something different on this. I'm totally open. That's why you need to be humble. That's why you need to be open. You cannot think that only your system is the only system that's working. You have to be open to the community. When the community gives you that feedback, be quick to implement that feedback, and you'll be amazed at the way that the community will stick with you. Okay. Number 9, the 9th concept to build loyal communities is keep up the excitement every single week. So I show up in my weekly inner circle masterminds. I also do weekly hackathons, and I keep the excitement on, because it's all about excitement. It's all about energy, right? And you have to spruce it up every week. Come up with something exciting every single week, every single month. I have different kinds of promotion, different kinds of offers, different kinds of gamification. I'll come to that as the next point. Different kind of awards and recognition that I give, and that keeps people to keep coming back. Because if you are not exciting yourself, why will they want to be a part of the community? It's community. The whole power of a community is the excitement that is created in the community, and you have to strategically engineer bursts of excitement in your community for people to move and take action and get results. Okay. Point number 10, if you want to build loyal communities, if you want to build communities that are going to stick with you for a long time, you got to use gamification to inspire action. I have 3-4 different levels of gamification. If somebody finishes the hackathon, I give them a 2,000 rupee voucher, and then I give an award called the Freedom Finisher Award. That's the first milestone for them to achieve. Once they achieve that, then they need to hit the Hall of Fame, which is also an aspirational goal. And many people, they aspire to become the Hall of Fame, and it's actually good to have an aspirational goal like that, because now in order to achieve that aspirational goal, they have to take a lot of action. They have to commit themselves to taking action. So it's a very healthy thing to actually aspire to be a part of the Hall of Fame, especially if you're in my community. You need to create that as an aspirational goal. You need to make that as a goal. Yes, I need to be in the Hall of Fame in the next 3 months. I need to be in the Hall of Fame in the next 6 months. Now, what is this happening here? I'm actually gamifying the whole concept. And the purpose of gamification is to inspire you to take action. And then once people achieve the Hall of Fame, I have a crore club, which is if anyone has achieved over 1 crore in revenue sales. We have quite a few members who have done that. Okay. So when you include gamification to inspire action, then it moves really fast. In fact, I have also some micro gamification that I do in my community, where every week I give everyone a challenge to go and read a book. And we all read the same book as a community together. And if somebody finishes that, again, I don't give any cash award or vouchers, anything like that. I just give them a badge, that they have completed. It's like we have a level up challenge every single week, and they keep leveling up, and they get a badge, and they post that badge on the social network, and everybody's cheering each other. And you can even start off a very small gamification like this to help people move forward and take action. And finally, number 11, the big one. If you want to build loyal online communities, you have to make your business into your mission. This cannot be a transactional business that ends. It has to be a mission-oriented, long-term approach that you have to take. It's very hard. Not everybody will opt for this, because the regular training and coaching industry is where everything ends. You buy something, it will end at that point of time. Then you buy something, it ends. But here, if you want to build communities, you have to put your skin in the game for a lifelong commitment. When I say lifelong commitment, it is like I tell my students, if you have any questions, I'm there every single week for the rest of your life, for the rest of my life. I'm actually there to support you and answer your questions. It's tough for some people. It's tough for some trainers, coaches, because for them, it has to end at some point of time. But this community-based approach, in the long run, it is going to create an impact that will be unimaginable. unimaginable. Like right now, in like 25 months, around 8,500 paid customers inside my core group. And I know if I just stick to this path and just stick to this ground for say next 10 years, I also will be evolving as a person. Based on the feedback that I'm getting from my community, the community is also guiding me on what I need to do, what decisions I need to make. So community also evolves. I may keep changing my products to suit the need of the community at that point of time. So there's again a lifelong commitment over there. And then the compounding effect of effort and time will take things to a whole different level. And this is what I'm telling all the members of my community. If you're watching this, approach this in in these 11 points that I mentioned. Just to recap, number 1 is find a big problem that you want to solve. That's a starting point. Then your vibe will attract your tribe. So if you're not working on yourself, you're going to get that kind of mirror in your customers. Okay. 3 is commit to helping them get results. You got to make the commitment and then start the whole process. And once you've made that commitment, then you design solution focused programs that can help them walk through that journey in the most systematic way. And as you're doing this, you have to be humble and courteous. You cannot have any kind of arrogance. You cannot have any kind of superiority complex that you're somebody better than anybody else. Everyone is equal. Everyone is just a channel or a mere instrument on this journey. Number 6 is you got to be transparent with your customers and tell them what you're doing on a continual basis so that you can get the quality feedback, and run polls and surveys regularly with your community. Take feedback from committed customers who have paid big ticket to be a part of my community, and those are taking action, because their feedback is much more valuable than somebody who's brand new. Okay, because somebody who's actually working on it will give you better quality feedback. Keep up the excitement every single week. Number 9, use gamification to inspire people to take action. You can have different levels of gamification, from micro gamification to mega gamification ideas. And finally, this is not a business, this is a mission. And if you make this as a mission, there is no doubts that you will be able to build loyal online communities. Okay, so if you found this particular video useful, I would like you to hit the share button. If you're watching this on Facebook, please tag somebody that you may know personally who's either a trainer or a coach or an expert who needs to watch this, because you can actually pay it forward. Even one concept or one idea from these 11 can make a huge difference either in your life or in the person that you're going to share it with. Okay, so please tag them below. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, please share your comments below on what is the one big takeaway that you got from this particular video. And I'm going to be reading all your comments and responding back to you. If you're a part of my community, use the hashtag ILHFamily so that I can give you a 1,000 rupee voucher every single week. I have weekly winners. It's also part of my gamification process. So please share your insights. And more importantly, if you're somebody who's not a part of my community, and if you want to be a part of this community that I'm building, and I'm making this as a long time, like a long-term commitment, and mission for myself, please attend my next webinar. Okay, go to sids.co/freedom if you're not a part of my community, and attend this session live. I'll break it down and I'll teach you exactly how you can take your knowledge and make it into a super profitable business by building and nurturing loyal communities, by building and nurturing customers for life, where it's going to be such a fulfilling business. Because this is the only business model that fulfills 3 criteria. Yes, you can make a lot of money. 2 is you can have a lot more freedom. And 3, you can build loyal communities and you can create an impact in this world. Okay, so I'm going to be signing off right now. Cheers, God bless, and I look forward to sharing more insights with you in my next video. Bye-bye.